I'm Sabrina Rei from Okashi Podcast Anime with Friends, and I'm here with my co-host, Don. And we're going to be watching BEASTARS Season 2 trailer, because before we were Okashi Podcast Anime with Friends, we were known as the Cherryton School Report. And we were a BEASTARS podcast that covered the entire first season, which is still available on our Okashi Podcast list of shows, whatever that's called. How much am I screwing this up, Don?
It's hard to say. Could it get much worse?
Anyway, you can find out all about us if you go to OKASHINA podcast on Twitter, or you could just look us up on iTunes, same spelling, Okashina Podcast Anime with Friends. Anyway, we're gonna watch this trailer and give you our live reactions. Are you ready? Beast on! 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Hey, I'm ready for this.
Oh,
that's the creator of BEASTARS.
And there
It's not like...
This looks like a flashback.
Definitely is to the bloodiest part of the season.
There's Haru again.
Oof. Oh, he's so sexy.
I don't remember all that stuff with Louis, actually. Louis has gone missing?
Louis has gone missing. He was not at school.
Oh, that's right, yeah. And there's Haru again. What's this giant snake?
The giant snake looks a lot like Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue.
You must know more about that than I do. New
What is happening
Shishigumi?
there? Okay, so the mayor has like a intern or something. At least we know Juno will be part of this season.
Well, gosh, that snake is enormous. Oh, and that's the doors. Were they damaged like that when, Oh, here's new music.
Yeah, this is the brand new theme song by Yoasobi.
I know you were desperately in love with the old music.
I was.
The opening scene.
No, Jack! Is Jack behind bars?
What? Oh, who is,
That looks like a kangaroo.
Yeah, who's Legoshi fighting there? This is just happening very fast.
I wasn't aware that,
Whoa, that was a scythe of some sort?
this is a much more action-packed version of BEASTARS.
I agree. Also, it feels more, what's the right word? More
muscular?
No, I'm going to go purely on the music. Previously it was sort of jazzy, and this feels more electronic. And
yeah, I hear that.
And I do see a lot more action. I thought I wasn't seeing Haru very much, but she did continue to pop up. So I can't tell if there going to be more action because I really feel like the first.
Well, they're probably putting a pause on the romance between Legoshi and Haru, because they kind of came to a little bit of a conclusion at the end of last season. What did they come to the conclusion? No, I don't remember now.
I mean, I very much disagree with that assessment because they have
Fuck you.
Well, if we're gonna swear, they haven't fucked yet. I mean, isn't that the whole thing here?
No.
Yes.
It's whether they're gonna try or not try to have a relationship.
Yes. Well, all right. I don't know how I need to explain this to you, but as it turns out,
what
the
you're gonna mansplain something to me?
I am gonna try to. Yes. If you're gonna have a relationship with someone and it's intended to be a romantic relationship, then generally the final act of consummation is a sexual act. And we definitely haven't had that.
That's the final act. Remember the final countdown, the song?
It
comes after the da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da.
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun,
Are
dun.
you describing your sex life? I'm not quite sure what the introduction
My
of the
sex
song.
life was never as good as the final countdown.
Okay, well, I'm not going to dive into that cesspool. All I'm going to say
Please don't.
is that
I got away from my point. My point was that they dealt a lot with their relationship in the first season, but what they didn't deal with was the murder mystery that they set up at the very beginning of the season.
And I'm very interested in that. And there was clearly an indication that we're going to at least look back on that because we have that shot of the doors to the performance hall where the actual murder took place.
Right, and there's like
the
a
memorial
shrine,
that's set up in front of it.
Yeah.
But I don't recall in this shot. It really looked like the handles to the doors had been smashed in. Was that like that before?
I don't remember. Oh, you know what? We should have really watched the show again right before watching this trailer.
You're right. We should definitely have put ourselves through a dozen hours of TV before watching a 2-minute video so that we were fully informed.
It's like we didn't even record 6 episodes or 7 episodes specifically dealing with all of the
and meticulously watch all the BEASTARS episodes ahead of time, take notes.
We did that. It was called the Cherryton School Report. It was amazing.
You're right.
I analyzed everything. It was so good.
Just go back and flip through your notes. You'll know it all in a moment.
You know what? In order to understand the high level of BEASTARS conversation that we're having on this video, you might actually need to go back and listen to our entire podcast.
I think that's a very wise piece of advice you're offering to our audience. I do too.
You know what? I like this song, but I don't like it as much as the old song. I like the swing vibe, and the feeling the show was giving me then was more psychological.
I'm going to have to see the opening. I will be honest, I feel less compelled by this music. I'm going to have to see it in the context of what the animation is. But yeah, I have seen a lot of opening sequences recently for shows, and I prefer the shows that cut them out. It is not, in an animation, I understand completely why you want to repeat the use of your opening sequence over and over, but I could do without it.
Yeah, I loved the first one because it was stop motion. I've said this before, but I'm a sucker for it.
Well, and it was also it was clever and different,
artful.
Yep. But I feel like this music, if I close my eyes and just sort of jam to it, is not as unique or compelling, and therefore not as compelling.
To me, it suggests a more of a focus on faster action.
Yes,
and that's what the trailer gave me, was darkness, a little bit dark. Well, I would say the first season is dark, but it doesn't always seem like it.
But yeah, there was a lot of it is dark. There are a lot of dark themes, but there's also a lot of sort of innocence and romance and falling in love.
And we're definitely in Act 2
of
BEASTARS, so that'll be interesting. Anyway, thank you guys for watching.
Thank you so much.
And if you want to see more content like this, just leave us a comment below, and you can get all of the links that we talked about also below. And also I have a ham sandwich down here, so if you want that, scroll on down. Is that not what people say?
I don't know. I don't think they say that.
If I did have a ham sandwich down here, would you scroll down to get it?
No, Are you hungry I'm not now? A big ham sandwich guy.
What the?
Maybe roast beef, I would do that.
Oh, now you're just getting gross.